U.S. Championship 2 years ago. Here's the 1-0. Fouled off at the plate. Evens accounted 1-1. Marco's Pizza. Chef Marco, the mascot, is out here greeting kids. Love Chef Marco, don't they, Jeff?
Yes, they do. He's out here taking pictures and giving out huggies and little baseballs and things like that. Having a good time.
Marco's Pizza. We open up already, open at 10, right?
Yeah.
So we open up, we start the game at the exact time that Marco's opens. That's how much we love Marco's Pizza. So why not start so we can get some Marco's out here?
They're on the way.
And Marco's in Jackson is the shining star here in Tennessee. Here's a drive, I should say, right field line. It's going to get down. And Condor going to try to stretch it. No, he changes his mind. And will hold up on first base with a sharp line drive single to right field, and give credit to Ben Daniels out there in right field for Tullahoma, Coach. That looked like a double, sure enough, but he held him to a single.
He did a great job getting over there, cutting the baseball off, and the throw was instant, no hesitation, because Condor was going to test him and see if he would make the quick play.
This brings to the plate the number 5 hitter, Joseph Waters. Still nobody out, and Waters hitting from the left side against the right-handed pitching Zebic. 3-0 already, South Nashville. At the top of the first inning, nobody out. Take it on Tullahoma. First pitch on its way, right down the middle with the fastball. It's 0-1.
And Dan, for the fans watching on the great camera work that we've got by Paul Schultz, watch the front foot. It's an open stance. Young man, if that foot comes down on that chalk line, is actually out of the batter's box.
They're going to have to extend, though. You're right, those batter's boxes. Here's the 0-1. Inside corner call, strike 2. These youngsters are a little bit bigger than they used to be.
How old are they?
12-year-old.
Wow.
Yeah.
They are some big 12-year-olds.
So that's hard for a guy this size to stay in that box. So 0-2 on Waters. So we'll see.
Cutting it close there on that. They got to keep that foot up like that.
We'll see if they're liberal with that. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Curveball stayed outside. It's 1-2.
Oh, he wanted that one to sneak in the back door. He teased him.
Yeah,
good eye by the batter.
Dan Reeves goes to Holloway. Jeff Friedrich.
Close enough.
Owner Marco's. Owner Marco's. We go way back, Jeff. It doesn't matter. Here's the 1-2 pitch on its way. Swing and a miss. A big strikeout. That should give William Zabic some confidence on the mound for Tullahoma after giving up 2 long home runs here. That's 1 gone here at the top of the first inning. 3-0 South Nashville. And that brings to the plate Sawani Herrera, who plays left field for South Nashville and hits from the right side. So, Jeff, what do we have on special right now? Marco's Pizza.
All of our large specialties are on sale for just $12.99.
Whichever one you want?
Whichever one you want.
Whatever crust you want?
Meat Supremo, whatever, or the Deluxe Uno, or whatever crust you like.
The Meat Supremo is my favorite.
Oh boy, you kidding? They're all my favorite. First pitch, just bouncing ball to shortstop. Fielded cleanly over to second for 1, and that's going to do it. So no chance at a double play because of the speed of Herrera, but a nice job in shortstop by Caleb Holloway, fielding that cleanly. Just the soft underhand toss to second base for out number 2. So 2 gone here at the top of the first inning. This will bring up Ben Severance, who plays shortstop for South Nashville. And Coach, if Tullahoma can get out of this with only giving up 3 runs, they'd have to feel very good.
They should be encouraged.
First pitch way outside, ball 1. Runner at first base, 2 gone. Marco's Pizza is on Van Drive in front of the Home Depot. For delivery, call 300-400, or you can order online, right, Jim?
Sure can. Marcos.com.
Marcos.com. Here's the 1-0 in the dirt, and there goes the runner off to second base. He'll slide in there safely. Herrera takes second. So a runner in scoring position with 2 gone here at the top of the first inning, and a chance for Ben Severance to pad the lead for South Nashville.
You have to score that as a pass ball on the catcher that time, Dan.
It's these guys are so good. That catcher did a great job even knocking that one down. I mean, at every position, they're just the best at what they do.
Well, he recovered well.
Here's the 2-0, right down the pipe with the fastball. By the way, we need the Marcos banner. Jeff
Yes.
wants that Marcos banner. So
Yes.
where is the Marcos banner? Or somebody's going to get the snot beat out of him. Right, Jeff?
Right.
That's right. That's right. Where'd we put it, Dan? You had it.
We put it up. I had to leave the game early the other night, so coach could. Here's the ground ball to shortstop, gets under the glove, and here comes Herrera around third, and he's going to score. And holding up at first base is Ben Severance, and it's 4-0 South Nashville here at the top of the first inning. This will bring up Taylor Montiel, the right fielder for South Nashville. And he's the 8th batter to hit here, Coach, in the top of the first inning. And, William Zemek, the fine pitcher for Tullahoma, it's hot already. He's been out there a long time.
And his pitch count is rising, and again, that's a factor in Little League Baseball.
At least we've got a breeze, a little ocean breeze.
Have you announced our officials for today?
I have not. I don't have it. Here's a ball in the dirt, and there goes
They're all local guys.
Severance down to second base. Hey, do we have the umpires' names, fellas? We're gonna get them because Jeff, you're right. The guy out there at second base is a little bit shaky. All the rest of them are pretty solid. He did a wonderful job behind home plate the other night.
Did he?
He did a great job.
He's been doing it a long time. I've known him for a long time.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing, driven, left center field. That's a base hit. Here comes Severance rounding third. He's headed home, and it's 5-0 South Nashville. Boy, Montiel with a beautiful base hit. That's a base hit, as they say, Coach, in any ballpark.
You are absolutely right about that, Dan. And I mean, it was solid. And so they batted around now.
Tui Cope will be the 9th man to hit here at the top of the first inning for South Nashville. He's the center fielder for South Nashville. Well, right now you've got to say that South Nashville is the premier Little League team in all of America. First pitch gets away from the catcher, and there goes Montiel down to second base. So South Nashville with another man in scoring position with 2 down at the top of the first inning. It's 5-0 South Nashville already.
And Dan, that takes the force at second off, puts a runner in scoring position, and these are good contact hitters on South Nashville.
There's not an easy out in this lineup. Cope hitting from the left side. Boy, the field conditions out here just look awesome. Got to give Shane Cisco, the president, a lot of credit. Here's the 1-0. Right on that corner, outside corner, called strike one.
Good pitch, hard to hit there. You're right, Dan. It is nice and green and smooth.
Just beautiful. So 1-1 on Tui Cope. Here's the 1-1. Her ball downstairs just a little bit. It's 2-1 on Cope.
Do your Bob Euchre just a little bit low.
Just a little bit. Boy, it's we can expect heat indices today, triple digits. Here's a 2-1. Oh, beautiful curveball. And a great job of the umpire that behind home plate, because where that ball was caught by the catcher, it was out of the strike zone, but where it crossed the plate, we got a great view of it, Coach. It was right on that corner.
You are absolutely correct.
2 balls and 2 strikes on Tui Cope. 2 down, runner on second base. Here's the 2-2. Outside, it'll run the count full.
Dan, got some people enjoying the same view that we get out of our center field camera, and that's what it's all about. Fun at the old ballpark.
Oh, yes. Yeah, you can watch the game at point5digital.com. That's point5digital.com. Scroll down to sports, and you'll see the Little League banner. Click on that. Here's the payoff. Swing, bouncing ball, shortstop. Knocked down, and not going to get him is Cope. Beats it out at first base, and advancing over to third is Taylor Montiel. So runners on the corners. That bouncing ball was a little bit tricky, had a lot of spin on it. A nice job of the shortstop, Caleb Holloway, just to knock that one down, Coach.
Just to knock it down on that one and keep it in field, because that keeps a run from scoring, Dan, and that's important to keep this score at 5-0.
This brings up the leadoff man, hitting for the second time here at the top of the first, Easton Snyder, who led off with a base hit. First pitch to Snyder on that outside corner. And here comes the runner home. He's going to be safe. Over to third base goes Montiel, and he's going to be tagged, or Cope making, he's tagged out there. So they finally go down, but not without a fight. It's 6-0. South Nashville after a half inning on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Little League Baseball is back in Jackson, and Jackson's News Talk 101.5 will broadcast the game of the week. You may also watch the game on .5digital.com, courtesy of Total Sports Academy and Jackson Baseball Academy. They're a full retail store supplying uniforms, customized t-shirts, baseball and softball bats, equipment, and instruction, with full batting cages for rent anytime. Total Sports and Jackson Baseball Academy are located next to the Sportsplex in Parkstone Place.
Mom, I'm so bored.
Well, Mom, it's going to be a long summer, but it doesn't have to be. Gather up the kids and head to Sky Zone in Jackson. Sky Zone on East Park Square next to Pringles Park in the Jackson Sportsplex is Northwest Tennessee's premier indoor trampoline park, featuring ultimate dodgeball, a foam zone, sky slam, and open jump. No room for boredom at Sky Zone, and it's a great place for birthday parties, too. This could be the ultimate summer at Sky Zone in Jackson. Visit them on Facebook for park times and specials.
Yay, Sky Zone! This is the best summer ever!
It's a summer to savor at Marco's Pizza. Right now, get our extra-large one-topping pizza for just $12.99 and choose any topping you want. And add a little something sweet to your summer with Marco's new S'mores Brownie and Double Chocolate Brownie. Both are made with the finest chocolate chips and drizzled with decadent chocolate sauce. In the spirit of summer, our S'mores Brownie is topped with marshmallows and graham cracker sprinkles. Savor summer with Marco's extra-large flavor at an extra special price.
Marco's Pizza, Van Drive in the College in front of the Home Depot. Call 300-0400 or online at marcos.com.
Well, it's 6-0 as we enter the bottom of the sixth inning. A big first inning by South Nashville. You see just why they are so highly touted. For Tullahoma, leading off is the pitcher, William Zebick. The big right-hander stands in there against the hard-throwing Dawson Condor. First pitch, a swing and a miss, strike one. For South Nashville, the defense lines up like this. Over at first base is Cade Granzo. At second base, Easton Snyder. At third base, Joseph Waters. In the outfield, Silvani Herrera in left. Chewy Cope in center. And Taylor Montiel over at right field. We'll set the rest of the lineup in a moment. The 0-1 is in the dirt. It's 1-1. Over at shortstop is Ben Severance. Behind home plate is Cade Reynolds. And the man on the mound is Dawson Condor for South Nashville. The 1-1 right in there, called strike two. It's 1-2 on leadoff man William Zebick. It's a hard throwing pitcher, Coach.
Yes, he is, and he supposedly has a good changeup. Interesting, he pitches out of the stretch.
We've seen that one other time here in this postseason tournament, pitching out of the stretch. Here's the 1-1 curveball, stays high and tight. It's 2-2 on William Zebick, right-handed pitcher for Tullahoma. Also hits from the right side against the right-handed fireball throwing Dawson Condor. Here's the 2-2, swing and a miss on the curveball for out number one.
And Condor with the good fastball low and away. Looks like South Nashville plays most of these hitters. They're going to play them straight away. Now the third baseman has shortened up, come to the edge of the cutout.
This brings up the shortstop, Caleb Holloway, the right-handed hitting Holloway. First pitch fouled back. That would have hit me right in the nose. Is it fouled back to the screen?
Well, I'm proud of you. You didn't flinch like a lot of people do.
Well, all I've been through, Coach, that's nothing. That's child's play to me.
Oh, okay.
Coach said, whatever.
Well, maybe you didn't play without a face mask in high school.
Here's the 0-1, fouled back to the screen. It's 0-2.
Now, those guys were tough that played without face mask in
boy,
football.
you serious boy. 6-0 South Nashville. Bottom first inning. Tullahoma at the plate with one out, nobody on base. Caleb Holloway hit an 0-2 hole. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Curveball, it stayed high. It's 1-2.
I like what Condor's doing. He's not having the violent snap to the arm, which hurts young arms when he throws. It's more of a spin and drop situation.
Kind of an easy release, isn't
Yeah.
it? Here's the 1-2. Fouled back, out of play. We'll do it again. A ball and 2 strikes. Little League State Tournament here in Jackson, Tennessee. And Coach, it doesn't come around that often, does it?
Just once every 9 years, so it takes about a decade for it to cycle back unless one of the districts passes on it.
Here's the 1-2. Fouled, out of play again is Caleb Holloway working to stay alive here and forcing Dawson Condon to throw some extra pitches.
And, of course, we hosted in 74 and I believe 81 here.
1-2 outside. It's 2-2. That's right, Coach. It was 81. You're exactly right.
And we really, Little League kind of ceased to exist in the 90s. When it was our turn, we didn't have a league at that time. Shane and them have done a good job.
2-2. Fouled it off again. In South Nashville, Goodlettsville, really responsible in a big way for Little League Baseball to reappear in Jackson, because Shane Cisco, the president of Madison County Little League, was watching them on national television and said, we need to get Little League Baseball back to Jackson.
You are absolutely correct, Dan.
2-2 outside. It runs the count full on Caleb Holloway.
And, of course, this team, the 2-time defending champion. For the Jackson listeners in this area, we've had a couple of state champions back in 55, 63, and then the 74 team.
Here's the payoff. Struck him out. Swing and a miss. Round number 2. So 2 men up, 2 men down with strikeouts. Is off to a good start is Dawson Condon for South Nashville. That'll bring up the number 3 hitter, James Sells. He plays second base for Tullahoma. So Sells was standing in there with nobody on base and 2 gone here in the bottom of the first inning. First pitch, fastball, outside corner, called strike 1.
Staying around and using very premium on pitches, and I failed to mention on Caleb Holloway what a great job he's done. He's had to handle a lot of tough chances, the previous batter, and he has a good last name too.
Any relation, Coach?
I don't know.
Here's the 0-1. Fouled away at the plate. It's 0-2. Southern Trucks and 4x4. One of our big sponsors, the power to do more. Southern Trucks and 4x4. Total Sports Academy. Jackson Baseball and Jackson Softball Academy. Out there next to Sparky's Pizzeria, Parkstone Place. Brassfield Construction. Those home runs. It was hammer time. Presented by Brassfield Construction. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Bouncing ball to shortstop. Fielded cleanly over to first base. Round number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors for Tullahoma after 1 completes. It's 6-0 South Nashville on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
This is attorney Bradley Owens of Hardy Martin, Donahoe, Owens & Wright. We're a full-service law firm located in Jackson and Trenton, handling all types of legal matters, including personal injury, workers' compensation, divorce and family law, bankruptcy, Social Security, disability, and criminal defense. Let Hardy Martin, Donahoe, Owens & Wright solve all your legal problems. Call us today at 424-2151.
Tipping the scales in your favor.
Hi, this is Stephen Rich from the WD in the mall. At the WD, we specialize in every kind of accessory for your cell phone, smartphone, iPad, iPod, and more. But we don't charge the high prices the big guys do. At the WD, you get chargers for your car, home, cell phone cases, otter boxes, protective cases for your phone, iPad, iPod, plus holsters, screen protectors, and you save up to 50% or more. Come see us today at the WD in the mall, right in front of Victoria's Secret, or visit us online at WDJackson.com.
Discover the freedom of clear vision. The LASIK Center of Jackson wants you to see how easy and affordable it is to change your perspective on life with laser vision correction. If you dealt with poor vision for too long, life can be simple again. Dr. David Underwood has helped thousands of people improve their vision and their lives with LASIK. Let the LASIK Center of Jackson show you the way to clear vision. So what are you waiting for? Call the LASIK Center of Jackson and schedule your free consultation. Call 731-668-0064 or visit us online at LASIKofJackson.com.
On to the second inning. South Nashville at the plate with a 6-0 lead. And that'll bring up Cade Granzo to lead off here. for South
Axton
Nashville.
Snyder was at the plate when that out was made, so he gets to come back to the plate.
That is right, Coach. Here's a ground ball, third base line, fielded cleanly over to first. Not in time is Snyder. Flashing that speed, beat that one out, and I tell you this, that was almost like a swinging bunt. And third baseman Jacob Weeks nearly made a brilliant play.
Well, he put some extra juice on it, but the speedy Snyder got down there, and bang play by both of them. Good call by the umpire.
So that'll bring up Cade Granzow.
And Dan, the coach, is going to go out and check with his pitcher.
That'll give us time to recognize our umpires today. My old buddy Charles Farrell is over at third base. He's also a CPA, so you really don't need to argue calls with him.
Well, for me, more important than that, he's Melissa Farrell, one of my former point guards' dad.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ted Kessler is out at first base. Is that Rod Norton behind home plate? Who's out at second base? We'll find out who that is. It's second base.
Well, Dan, we can close the book on Zebek. He is being relieved by Weeks. The third baseman will come in to pitch. And let's see. Zebek had one strikeout. He didn't walk anybody and gave up 6 runs and 7 hits.
And he battled. He really
did.
battled. Now, here at Pewboyne Park, behind the outfield wall, there's a beautiful hill that stretches from left field all the way around to right field. And it makes a great backdrop. And it also it has beautiful shade trees on it. And right now there are several fans out there behind the left field wall sitting on that hill under the shade trees. What a great way to watch this ball game.
We will name that the berm.
I think you're right, Coach.
Can we call it Marco's Berm or something like that?
Marco's Pizza Berm out there, yeah. By the way, Marco's Pizza going to have some pizzas up here. You'll be able to buy the great Marco's Pizza out here at the ballpark. So Cade Granzow, who hit the home run, one of the home runs in the first inning, the 2-run shot, stands in there with nobody out, the runner on first. First pitch gets away from the catcher, and there goes the speedy Snyder down to second base. Anthony Wallace is the umpire out at second base. So now we got all the umpires. So 1-0 on the slugger, Cade Granzow. The 1-0 is way outside, gets away from the catcher, and there goes Snyder over to third base. So, you know, right now it's really danger time for this Tullahoma team, Coach, because this South Nashville squad is so loaded. It could get away and could get away in a hurry.
Yeah, you are absolutely correct, Dan. And good strong arm by the pitcher.
Here's the 2-0 pitch upstairs. 3-0. Yes, you're right. The man's got an arm on him. Weeks, the new pitcher, and it may take him a batter or two to come in after playing third base and get acclimated to the pitching mound in this heat. So 3-0. And the 3-0 pitch is outside. That's ball 4, and Granzow will take first base, and that'll bring up the home run king, Cade Reynolds, who hit a solo shot in the top of the first inning.
And Dan, the pitcher, he got a good strong arm. Jacob Weeks holding the ball just a little long, but I've often wondered if they get enough warm-up pitches, because it's not like in the minor leagues where you come straight out of the bullpen. And Reynolds had that solo shot his last time up, and he'll be followed by Dawson Condor, who is the home run derby champion from last night. And
it's Condor that's the home run. Okay.
No, Condor's the home run champion, but Reynolds hit a home run his last time up. He's the one that had the one that got out of here in a hurry.
The solo shot artist. So Cade Reynolds stands in there.
Let's see if they're running. You got first and third, and a while ago they tried that and they got the run out of it, but that was how the inning ended when they tried to advance to third off of this.
Coach Joe just named that outfield berm the Marco's Berm out there. Here's the first pitch, running there, called strike 1. Called it the Marco's Berm. You can have a Marco's pizza slice under the shade trees out there in the left field. 0-1 on Reynolds. Here's the 0-1 pitch, lined, right field line, twisting foul, and out of play. It's 0-2. And now you can see Coach Weeks really kind of settling in here to the second man he's faced.
It is, and I wish they would give them, if they're not coming out of the bullpen and you're coming off the field to a position to pitcher, you need more throws.
0-2 pitch, upstairs, 1-2.
Dan, how you like that background? You got green trees, green grass on the elevation. Then you got the batter's eye for the people that can see the Worthy Roads production shot here on .5 Digital.
.5digital.com where you can watch this game. Tullahoma and South Nashville. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, I think. And an out. Yes. Well, the umpire looked good.
May have been foul tip because he didn't. I hate to use the term, he didn't punch him out.
He didn't do that. Didn't see the classic.
Yeah, that's the punch out, but he didn't get. He started with his hand up. That one, of course, good old chest protector when that one was fouled off.
You ain't kidding. Yeah, the rubbing of the hands together, kind of to signal the foul tip. So it's 1-2 on Cade Reynolds. He got a little piece of that baseball. 1-2, nobody gone. Runners on the quarter for South Nashville. 6-0 South Nashville lead. Here's the 1-2. Swing, driven, deep center field. Distance way back and gone. Holy moly, that was a towering shot. At another Brassfield Construction hammer time home run from Cade Reynolds. His second home run in as many innings, Coach.
And now he has 4 RBIs and another home run. So it's tee-off time, and got to keep – and you're right, this is – and the coach, again, I like this strategy from Tullahoma. He's coming out, going to talk to his catcher and his pitcher.
It's 9-0 here in the top of the second inning, and nobody gone. It's hot, it's humid. And when you're losing by 9 runs, it's not much fun. Then you couple in the heat and humidity. These guys are not probably in very good moods right now.
Probably not. It's hot, and you're also, if you're Tullahoma, you're facing one of the best pitchers in the state.
Yeah, Dawson Condor, and he's up there at the plate with nobody on base, nobody out. 9-0 South Nashville. First pitch, right in there. Give credit to Weeks. He came right at him with a fastball, called strike one.
And Dawson Condor singled his last time up, was erased on a fielder's choice forced play at second.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fouled it back to the screen. It's 0-2. Well, I mean, this South Nashville lineup is just loaded with talented players.
They really are. They work hard in that league. But you know what? There's not any little leagues in this state that don't work very hard.
South Nashville, I guess that would include Franklin and some of those places. Here's the 0-2. Swing, driven, foul, right field line. I mean, that was smoked on a line shot down that right field line. And that's where he went the other way his first at bat, Condor did with a sharp single.
He was taking that one to right field, and the young man in right field did a great job. Ben Daniels, a while ago, cutting that one off because Condor's got enough speed. He took the big wide turn the last time.
He sure did. So 0-2 on Condor. Here's the 0-2. Curveball stayed high and inside. It's 1-2.
Release point just a little high, but this young man has great potential that's on the mound to be a great pitcher one day.
He really does. That bulldog mentality, got the paints underneath the eyes. 1-2. On its way, swing and a miss. He struck Condor out, and that's impressive. Weeks coming back after giving up that 3-run shot and striking out Dawson Condor for out number 1. That'll bring up Joseph Waters, the third baseman for South Nashville.
And he was a strikeout victim in the first inning.
Number 10, Joseph Waters.
So Waters will stand in there. He hits from the left side with 1 gone and nobody on base in the top of the second inning. Here's Weeks' pitch. Fastball, blew it right by him, swing and a miss, strike one. Well, Weeks is really picking it up.
Yeah, that's the number one down there. What was Rick Vaughn called it in Major League, the Terminator.
The 0-1 pitch on its way. Swing, bouncing ball up the middle, base hit. Waters has a single, but one gone here in the second inning.
And Dan, some people would say that qualifies as a seeing eye single. The ball was able to see its way through the infield.
He put it in the perfect place, right here, right back where it came from. So this brings up left fielder, Solani Herrera. With Waters on first base and one gone, 9-0 South Nashville. And they're looking to add on to their lead here at the top of the second inning. Take it on Tullahoma. We got a local team coming up next, Coach, in our second game.
Madison Central against a very tough Clarksville team.
Yeah.
Herrera is 0 for 1. He was on with a fielder's choice in the last inning.
Weeks winds, delivers, bunted tip is missed. It's strike one on Herrera.
Yeah, he offered at it, and his coach shaking his head a little bit and then going through his signs. But by shoving at it a little bit, his coach was wanting him just to let the ball hit the bat on the bunt.
Yeah, he threw that curveball. Weeks did, made it tough to bunt that one. So 0-1 on Herrera. Here's the 0-1 upstairs, gets away from the catcher, and there goes Waters down to second base. So another man in scoring position. It's 9-0 South Nashville here at the top of the second inning. South Nashville looking to do some more damage with only one out. And Solani Herrera at the plate. Here's the 1-1. Gets by the catcher again, and there goes Waters over to third base. Boy, the job of a catcher today is complicated because of the heat and humidity, wearing all that equipment, Coach.
It is hot. I have caught before, and possibly you have too.
Yeah.
It's a great position.
2-1, the fastball, and a swing and a miss. It's 2-2.
Except,
it's a lot of
except
fun.
for the tools you have to wear. Now, they used to call them the tools of ignorance, but that's wrong. These young men, you have to be smart. You have to be good to catch.
Yes, you do. It's almost like being a center on a football team, sort of. You got to know where everybody needs to be. You've got to call the game. You got to remember what the batter did last time up.
You're right.
Kind of the quarterback.
You are special if you're a catcher.
So 2-2 on Herrera. 2-2 is fouled back to the screen. Our sponsors include Ace Hardware of Jackson. It's locally owned and operated. Your local neighborhood friendly hardware store, locally owned and operated. 3315 North Holland Avenue in the former Wonder Bread store. 2-2 on Herrera. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. The second strikeout of the inning by Weeks, and that was a big one, Coach. 2 gone here at the top of the second.
Really helps a whole lot. Even with that runner at third, you've got 2 outs. Much better position if you can hold them to 9.
22.
And it looks like we've got a pinch hitter, Dan. You can see the numbers because it's a left-handed pinch hitter.
No, this is Severance.
Oh, is this Severance? Okay.
It is. It's Penn Severance.
Okay.
Up there.
You are right.
I think we're changing pitchers again here, I believe, for Tullahoma.
I would almost bet that that's all the pitches. And the pitch count from the last tournament carries over if it's within a certain number of days, I believe.
That's what we've got. It's another pitching change for Tullahoma. We'll take a 60-second break and come right back here to the Little League State Tournament in Jackson, Tennessee out of Pew Boyne Park. It's 9-0 South Nashville over Tullahoma on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Sports play such a big role in so many children's lives, and they create memories that last a lifetime. At Great American Sports, we specialize in all sports apparel and equipment, as well as embroidery and screen printing. We are the largest bat supply in West Tennessee, and we carry the Easton Mako bat. At Great American Sports, we make sports an addiction. We're located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard. Call us today at 422-6203. Great American Sports, where West Tennessee gets ready for game time. What a great feeling to come home and find that Green Scene Landscape Company has your lawn perfectly cut and the landscape's been freshly trimmed and mulched. Green Scene Landscape Company will make your landscape beautiful, which according to research can add up to 42% of homes' values. Green Scene Landscaping has a 5-star rating and is fully licensed and insured. They specialize in both residential and commercial lawn maintenance, irrigation, lighting, and outdoor kitchens and patios. Green Scene Landscaping Company, 267-2520.
The other new pitcher for Tullahoma is Ben Daniels. He comes in, he was playing right field, coach, and now he heads to the pitcher's mound.
And Weeks is out in left field. And I would presume the left fielder moved to right field. We'll have to check that out.
So 9-0. South Nashville, 2 gone. We're at the top of the second inning. Runner on third base. And the dangerous Ben Severance, the left-handed hitter, standing in there to face Ben Daniels, the right-handed pitcher for Tullahoma. Daniels out of the windup, uncoils, and inside ball one. Ball gets away, and here comes a runner. He's going to score easily from third base. Waters heads up base running that ball, just kind of eased by the catcher, and Waters never hesitated, and it's 10-0. South Nashville.
And that's what you can't do. If you're coming, you can't hesitate. You got to come full speed.
Here's 1-0 pitch to Severance. Inside, it's right on that corner. It's 1-1.
Tell you what, Daniel's not a big guy, but he's got a pretty good fastball.
He really does. You hear the breeze blowing out of here. The ballpark, 1-1. Slips out of his hand, and as we got a dirt devil spinning out here behind home plate, but that one, I think Coach Sweat may have played a part of that one. That slipped out of his hand.
I think it did too. That's what I was going to say, and I flinched, but not from the pitch. The Sweat Bees after me too.
Sweat Bees, oh boy, here we go. It's 2-1 on Severance. 2-1 is fouled back off the screen. It's 2-2. So these young men know they've got a great opportunity, but they've got to get by the state tournament first if they want to make that trip to Williamsport, Pennsylvania, the way South Nashville has done the last 2 years. And with a 10-0 lead in the second inning, they look like they're primed and ready, Coach, to make another run.
That's right. Now, of course, the next step is go down to Georgia to the regional tournament. You win that, and then you head to Williamsport, Pennsylvania.
Full count on Ben Severance, left-handed hitting Severance for South Nashville. Here's the payoff. Curveball, line, left field, base hit. A beautiful job of going with the pitch by Severance, and he's on first base with 2 gone here in the second inning.
Truly was a beautiful piece of hitting, taking the ball to left field. It stayed with it, and a good pitcher and hitter battle then.
Taylor Montiel, the right fielder for South Nashville, also hits from the left side. He stands in there. He hits in the number 8 hole. With a man on first and 2 gone here in the top of the second. First pitch fouled back to the screen. It's 0-1.
And the wind, when it is gusting like that, was blowing to left field then. So if you can get one up in the air headed towards left, you might have a home run.
Give it a ride, huh?
Yeah.
Ben Daniels, the new pitcher for Tullahoma. Third pitcher of the ball game. Here's the 0-1. Right down the pipe, it's 0-2. Well, Daniels is coming in badly, hasn't he, Coach?
He sure has. You could hear that old mitt pop right there. 0-2 count, 2 outs. A runner on first.
The swish of the nets and the pop of the mitt, well, those 2 of the greatest sounds in the world.
Isn't it, though?
Here's the 0-2. Curveball, just a little bit outside. It's 1-2. Great idea by Daniels, though, trying to backdoor him for a strikeout.
You know another great sound, me munching down on a slice of Marco's pizza.
Oh, Coach, that's just around the corner. You know it.
I'm waiting for it.
On ball and 2 strikes on Taylor Montiel. 1-2 inside. It evens the count at 2-2. Get today's umpires. Out at second base, it's Anthony Wallace. At first base, Ted Kessler. My old buddy Charles Farrell at third, and behind home plate is Rod Norton. Here's the 2-2. Curved ball, it's outside. One's accounting full on Montiel.
Now, what will happen, even though in Little League you can't lead off, the runner at first will be ready to spring the minute it crosses the plate.
Sure will.
Something's going to happen here, one way or the other.
Payoff pitch. 2 down. Here it is. Oh, it's inside and hit him. So it's a dead ball, and Montiel is going to limp down to first base. The inning will continue for South Nashville, already up 10-0. Not sure of the run rule here in the state tournament.
Yeah, we'll have to check on that, Dan.
This brings up the number 9 hitter, Tui Cope, who plays center field for South Nashville.
And I have you an answer. 10 after 4, Dan.
10 after 4.
And we're going to have a runner, and I would say rightfully so.
Looks like Christopher Rudy's going to come in and run after Montiel took that one off the shin. That's smart, you know it, off that shin.
It is. Young man, he'll walk it out, and I think he'll be back. They could even give, because you've got a re-entry rule, so he may take even the bottom half of the inning off.
Paul Schultze on the Worthy Road Studio side, .5digital.com. First pitch to Cope is outside. Who's working with you today, Paul? Lawson Mann is back. I like that guy. Here's the 1-0. Inside, it's 2-0. You can watch this game and all the games we do here at the state tournaments at .5digital.com. Dan Reeves and Coach Joe Holloway. Seabass, our executive producer, doing a fantastic job back there in climate control, News Talk World headquarters. Doesn't quite seem fair to us, but
I believe he's the smartest of the three of us. And he'd probably tell you that, too. Bass is a wonderful guy. Missed him last night.
Here's the 2-0. It's downstairs. 3-0. The ball. It's a high throw back to the pitcher and gets away. And there goes the runner to third. And a play at first base. But Rooney gets back safely. So smart base running again by Severance. He takes and he gets away again. But the runner's not far enough to do any damage. So runners, now it's on the corners, Coach, with 2 outs and a 2-0 count on to Tui Cope for South Nashville. And boy, this team is, you can't give them any extra opportunities. Now the umpires want to talk.
Yeah, and I believe you got a 2-1 count, Dan, or they're going to check it. And let's see. 3-0, they called it 3-0 instead of 2-1.
Want to say hello to Michael Osborne, listening over in Brownsville. He's a big fan of ours.
He's also my main man on Crockett County Broadcast, along with my student crew.
Here's a 3-0. On the inside corner, called strike 1. 3-1 on Cope. Here's the 3-1. Fly ball. Left center field. Drifting backwards and off the wall. 1 run will score. Here comes Rudy all the way from first base. Rounding third. He's going to score, and it's 12-0. South Nashville is Cope. Nearly knocked that ball out of here, Coach.
Oh, Lord, yes. I was watching. I thought for a minute it might carry, but that's one of the times the wind kind of twisted it a little bit and kept it from getting out of here.
So Easton Snyder, the leadoff man, hitting for the second time in this inning. So this is his 4th at bat, Coach, and we haven't completed 2 innings yet.
Now you're right. He's 2 for 2, singles both times. He scored both times today.
Wait a minute, this is his 3rd at bat, right?
Yeah, 3rd at bat.
I can't even.
Yeah.
Boy, I need paper and pen.
That's the reason I can't function without my school book. I'm really old time. Don't need a computer, etc. I just need my school book.
Well, and that's a no-fail system, isn't it, Coach?
It is.
You ain't going to lose power on that.
Except for mine.
Yeah, here's 1-0. Hard ball in there, call strike 1.
And as a good leadoff man, he was taken all the way. Now let's see if he's been given the green light.
1 ball and 1 strike on Snyder. 1-1 is upstairs. And there goes Cope going to swipe third base. And this South Nashville team, they just don't let off the gas pedal. And he did that on the throw from the catcher back to the pitcher. No one was paying attention to him, and he said, well, all right, I'm going to go ahead and swipe third base.
Excellent execution of the delayed steal. They had allowed him to get a bigger lead without bluffing him back or getting him to go back, and you saw that on .5 digital.
2-1, bouncing ball, shortstop. Fielded cleanly over to first to retire this side. So we'll head to the bottom of the second inning. Right now it's all south of Nashville. It's 12-0 over Tullahoma on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Sports play such a big role in so many children's lives, and they create memories that last a lifetime. At Great American Sports, we specialize in all sports apparel and equipment, as well as embroidery and screen printing. We are the largest bat supply in West Tennessee, and we carry the Easton Mako bat. At Great American Sports, we make sports an addiction. We're located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard. Call us today at 422-6203. Great American Sports, where West Tennessee gets ready for game time. What a great feeling to come home and find that Green Scene Landscape Company has your lawn perfectly cut and the landscape's been freshly trimmed and mulched. Green Scene Landscape Company will make your landscape beautiful, which according to research can add up to 42% of homes' values. Green Scene Landscaping has a 5-star rating and is fully licensed and insured. They specialize in both residential and commercial lawn maintenance, irrigation, lighting, and outdoor kitchens and patios. Green Scene Landscaping Company, 267-2520.
The University School of Jackson is a distinctive college preparatory school that seeks to instill a passion for academic excellence and lifelong learning so each student will reach his or her maximum potential. The USJ class of 2015 had 73 members and was awarded over $7 million in scholarships. USJ has an outstanding performing arts department and regularly performs in their 500-seat theater. At USJ, over 70% of our student body competes in athletics in state-of-the-art facilities. To learn more or to join the USJ family, visit USJBruins.org.
University School of Jackson, an education for a lifetime.
On to the bottom of the second inning, leading off for Tullahoma. His first baseman, Nolan Blackburn, because, Coach, it seems like it's been that Tullahoma hadn't hit in a while. They've only sent 3 men to the plate. They went 1-2-3 in the top of the first. Curveball to start him off, swinging a miss at strike one.
You're right, Dan. It was a long time in both of those innings and a lot of pitches thrown.
Dan Reeves, Coach Joe Holloway from the Tennessee Little League State Tournament. Right here in Jackson, Tennessee at Pewborn Park. Oakfield.
No admission, Dan. Free parking.
How about that? Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fouled away to plate. It's 0-2.
And I've seen a lot of former Little Leaguers that I knew from the past out here tonight. There's 2 fields going at the same time.
Yeah, folks, you need to get on out here and watch this Little League baseball. These guys are really good. This South Nashville team is kind of the glamour team right now with back-to-back trips to the World Series. The 0-2 is outside, ball 1. And the big right-hander for South Nashville right now is tossing a perfect game. Now we are only in the second inning. Curveball, swing and a miss, and Blackburn goes down on strikes. We got to bring up Jacob Weeks.
And he struck out 3 out of 4 batters. And for you fans watching, when we get shots sometime, watch the pitching coach for South Nashville. He goes through a whole set of signs to the catcher.
So Dawson Condor, the pitcher, perfect so far. First pitch to Weeks, right in there, called strike 1.
Weeks wearing Johnny Bench and my old number 5.
Number 5. Here's the 0-1, curveball. Got a piece of it off the coconut of the umpire. It's 0-2.
Umpire says, good old mask.
You ain't kidding.
And you notice how these masks have gotten a little bit more like the hockey goalie mask now. Not quite. I mean, it's still wire in the front, but they've got a good foundation for the top of the head and the back of the head now, too.
Yeah, provides great security there. Marco's Pizza going to be for sale here by the slice. We'll have that out here in just a moment. The great Marco's Pizza. Here's the 0-2. Fastball just a little bit downstairs. It's 1-2. Preventagenics, Jeff Young with Preventagenics out at Beauregard Drive, and now the new location on Liberty Street, downtown Jackson, and soon to be a third location in Tresvitz. The 1-2 fouled away. We'll do it again down at third base line. Preventagenics. For an appointment to see Jeff Young, call 300-0044. The best in healthcare. By Wireless Dimensions, the WD, cell phone accessories and more in the Old Hickory Mall. In front of Victoria's Secret, and that ain't a bad place to be.
No, it's not.
iPhone protection, iPad. Here's the 1-2 outside 2-2. Stephen Rich, who does a great job calling South Gibson Sports, is the owner. Great local business. The WD, Wireless Dimensions in the Old Hickory Mall. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Weeks. The big right-handed pitcher. Condor comes set. Bouncing ball, third base. Fielded cleanly. Beautiful job over to first for out number 2. Just gobbling that one up was Joseph Waters, ranging to his left and tossing Weeks out at first base.
And Waters has to make that play, because if it gets to the shortstop, his momentum's going away from first base, and they might not throw him out.
Great point, Coach. This brings up Chad Farley.
Catcher had to have a little equipment adjustment, still fixing one of the straps.
To give us time to pause for station identification, you're listening to the state tournament of Little League Baseball. Well, we'll get that mixed in a little bit. First pitch is outside, ball 1. To our stations on down the line. Well, again, we have a station ID coming up here after this third out is made. To our stations on down the line, a.k.a. Seabass. 1 ball and no strikes. On Farley. 1-0, swinging a miss, it's 1-1.
And we want to say hello to everybody listening on the worldwide internet on point5digital.com.
Listening and watching right there, point5digital.com. Paul Schultze. Here's 1-1, and the dirt 2-1. And Lane Fairley helping Paul Schultze today. You're going to have to write his name down, I'm sorry. 2 balls and 1 strike. Inside 3-1. So Chad Farley he's making a good bid to become the first base runner of the day for Tullahoma, Coach.
He's had a good eye and worked him hard. And I believe this is the most pitches without only 1 strike that this young man Condor has thrown.
I think you're right. Here's a 3-1. Ball 4, and Fairley earns his way onto first base. That's the first base runner of the day. Now, we are only in the bottom of the second inning. It's 12-0 South Nashville leading Tullahoma. Little League State Tournament here in Tennessee. In Jackson this year, right out at Pew Boyne Park. So this will bring to the plate Dylan Lejean. Hits from the right side. For the runner at first base and 2 gone. The first pitch is out of the strike zone. Ball 1 on Lejean. Here's 1-0. Fastball right down to Pike, called strike 1. Well, that Condor is one heck of a pitcher, isn't he?
He did. On the last batter, he overthrew a couple of pitches that time. A nice smooth motion, didn't hold the ball too long.
Here's 1-1. Inside corner, called strike 2, and that kind of handcuffed Lejean. He wanted to swing, but just couldn't pull the trigger.
Yeah, it didn't allow him to get those hands extended. That one, I was sitting right on the edge of the plate. And let's see where the catcher sets up this time. And check those out on that .5 digital Worthy Road production shot.
Isn't that a great view? Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So we move to the third inning. It's all South Nashville after 2. 12-0 South Nashville over Tullahoma on Jackson's News Talk. 101.5 and point5digital.com.
This is WNWS FM Jackson. News from the Associated Press brought to you by the Hughes Eye Center, the best in medical and surgical eye care. 112 Stonebridge, Jackson.
The Peggy Graves team is known as the area's most trusted real estate team. For 25 years, the Peggy Graves team has set the pace in residential sales in Jackson and surrounding counties. The Peggy Graves team finds the perfect home for buyers and gets homes sold quickly for sellers. Peggy Graves and her team have the knowledge and expertise in our real estate market to make your experience fast, easy, and simple. Contact Jackson's most trusted real estate team, the Peggy Graves team, 664-2342, or go online at peggygraves.com.
The Jackson Generals want you to come out to the ballpark on Saturday, August 15th for Elvis Night and Saturday, August 22nd for Diamond Jacks Throwback Night. Elvis Night will include a special Elvis concert, and West Tennessee Diamond Jacks Throwback Night will include Diamond Jacks jerseys, Diamond Jacks giveaways, and Diamond Jacks memories. Plus, after each game, there will be a spectacular themed fireworks show. Get your tickets in advance by calling 988-5299 or going online to jacksongeneralsbaseball.com.
Some stores are too small with one focus, like spatulas, and some stores are so big they're not even sure what they carry. But Ace Hardware Jackson is just right. Looking for Bass Pro Fishing supplies or poles, hunting, fishing license? Ace is the place. Yeti coolers and supplies, Carpet Express carpet cleaner rentals, pool supplies, cabbage stain for house and decks, market umbrellas, banquet tables and chairs. You got it. Ace is the place. Locally owned and operated, open 7 days a week at 3315 North Highland Avenue in the former Wonder Bread store. Be sure to like us on Facebook at Ace of Jackson.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Dan Reeves, Coach Joe Holloway, Seabass with you on the 101.5 side, and then over on .5digital.com where you can watch the game. Paul Schultz here, Worthy Road Studios. And Lowell Finney, I believe, who's helping us today? No, I'm Lawson Man. I'm gonna write that down. Not Low Finney. Lawson Man. All right, here we move on to the third inning, and it's all South Nashville, Coach. It's 12-0 South Nashville.
Got a new pitcher for Tullahoma. Lejeune is now pitching. And, of course, Dylan Lejeune has played in the outfield. He's played left, and then he moved to center, I believe. But he's on the mound now. It looks like Granzo, Dan.
Cade Granzo leading off. He has, is he 1 or 2 home runs?
He's 2 for 2, 1 home run, 1 single, 2 RBIs.
First pitch right in there from Lejeune. It's called strike one. Just heard from Jeff Friedrich, owner of Marco's Pizza in the concession stand now. Marco's Pizza's here. Let me order some pizza.
Yeah, we may have to call a timeout.
That great Marco's Pizza's here, folks. You can buy it by the slice here at the state tournaments. And we thank Marco's Pizza. If you want delivery today, 300-400s, or you can order online at marcos.com. Marco's Pizza, the best in town by far. It's on Van Drive in front of the Home Depot. We love it, don't we, Coach?
Oh, I love it. I loved our Monday night football sessions. 2-1 the count, Dan, on the Granzo.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Right in there. 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. On Granzo. Here's the 2-2. Swing fouled back out of play. We'll do it again.
Just a little bit late, trying to take that outside pitch to right field.
What these South Nashville hitters can do. We've seen them do it, haven't we?
We sure have.
Here's a 2-2 offering. Swing, bouncing ball up the middle. Fielded by the shortstop over to first. In time for out number 1. That's a beautiful play ranging to your left, isn't it, Coach?
It really is, especially where the ball dropped on Holloway, the shortstop. I mean, that was a great play, and, I mean, he shot the ball over there like a cannon.
So that brings up Mr. Reynolds, Cade Reynolds, who's gone yard here today as well.
Twice. He's 2 for 2 on home runs.
2 for 2, and they were 2 massive blasts. First pitch, just a bit outside, ball 1.
Starts with an open stance and then strides right towards the pitcher as he closes down.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing, bouncing ball to shortstop. It caroms off of the shin of Holloway into center field, and Reynolds is on first base. That was a hard hit ball that Holloway just ate him up, Coach.
And it did. It bounced up at the last second and hit right off the kneecap.
We're in the third inning, sponsored by First State Bank. Bank freely. Checking, mobile banking, and check deposit, simply convenience with mobile banking from First State Bank. And this field looks awesome thanks to our friends at Boykin Mowing and Landscaping. Grant Boykin's been here this morning, Coach. They are the phenomenal mowing and edging and weed eating experts here in Jackson, Tennessee.
Well, if you want it done right, get Grant Boykin, who's also on the Little League Board of Directors, too. And he does such a good job of both. But, man, they can fix your yard up good.
Dawson Condor will stand in there. We got a pinch runner at first. We'll get you the name. Nobody out. Top of the third inning. Condor stands in there. Drive. Right center field. That's going to get down and roll to the wall. Rounding second base, headed to third. And Condor will pull up on second with a stand-up double. That's Cope, the pinch runner. He pulls it at third base. As Condor just smashed that one into the right center field gap, Coach, for a stand-up double.
Well, that young man is a good hitter, and he took that one to right field like he had previously. Here comes Waters, who's 1 for 2 on the day and has scored a run.
Joseph Waters stands in there, hits from the left side with nobody out. Runners on second and third. First pitch gets away from the catcher, and here comes a runner. He's going to score easily as Cope. As soon as that ball got by the catcher, Cope just kicked it in high gear, and it's 13-0 South Nashville. And I'll tell you this, I know our Madison County team is good, but you got to look at this South Nashville team after back-to-back trips to Williamsport and say they've got to be the favorites.
Well, they've got experience, and I'm sure that, hey, we've been there, done that. We know what we got to do and what our mission is.
Here's the 1-0. Popped it up, back, out of play. Even accounted a ball and a strike.
Now, in the old days over at Lions Field, where the Little League was played, you get the foul ball like that, take it to the concession stand, get you a rainbow snow cone.
Hey, you boy, that's we tried to get that field ready for the state tournament, but it's going to take probably another year to get it all back in condition.
But what a showplace it's going to be.
Oh, yeah. Here's the 1-1. It's outside, 2-1. The green scene. It's another score for a Green Scene Landscaping. They do a fantastic job. The 2-1 is in the dirt, 3-1. USJ, University School of Jackson, over 70% of their students compete in athletics. They've got a beautiful theater. When it comes to the arts, when it comes to academics, nobody's better than USJ, University School of Jackson. For more information, visit usjbruins.org.
Check the foot out. It's outside the box, Dan.
3-1, swing foul back to the screen. It's 3-2. What Coach is pointing out here, the batter Waters, the batter's box here, Little League, is much smaller than what you would see in Babe Ruth or certainly in professional baseball. But these kids today are so big, they can't spread out in that box and stay in it. I think they're very liberal with that line. Here's the payoff. Is fouled out of play. We'll do it again.
And they are. And this is something that the umpire is watching balls and strikes. Has to be pointed out most of the time, or you have to ask the umpire to watch that.
I think they kind of let it go because Waters, with his height, there's just no way to stay in that small box. Here's the payoff pitch. Inside, gets away, and here comes a runner from third base. He'll score as Condor slides in there safely. And Waters reaches on the walk. It's 14-0, Coach, here at the top of the third. Yeah, we did check the run rule. And
it is 10 after 4.
10 after 4.
And here comes Herrera. Dan, Herrera is the only man without a hit right now, I believe, for the South Nashville team. He scored a run, but he's 0 for 2. He was on with a fielder's choice.
Juanis Herrera stands in there, played a great game, been on base, played good defensively. He stands in there, hitting from the right side. First pitch is a ball from Lachine. South Nashville right now having their way with Tullahoma, this Little League State Tournament, 12-year-olds. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss on the fastball. Snap throw to first. Back in time is Waters. So runner on first base, one gone. top three. It's 14-0 South Nashville.
And Tullahoma's got something to look forward to, not with their 12-year-olds, but their 9 and 10 team did win the state title, I was told.
Yeah, boy, they got a great little league program there. 1-1 gets away. It's a ball, and there goes Waters down to second base. So another man in scoring position for South Nashville. Uh-oh, I think we hear those clickers,
Yes.
Coach. What are those? Not the clicker, but they use them
The
in
cans
the
with the
FIFA.
rocks and stuff in it.
No, they used it in the World Cup.
Oh.
The horns, Bass knows what they are. What are they, Bass?
They're called vuvuzelas.
Vuvuzelas. Here's a drive, right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Rounding third, headed home is Waters, and it's going to be 14 to make it 15-0. South Nashville here with one out in the third inning.
And Herrera gets his first hit of the day, now 1 for 3.
And a beauty single to right field. This brings up
20 pitches.
Ben Severance was standing there.
2-0.
I said, that was Sawani Herrera. I said,
Swanee
it's
Herrera.
Sawani Herrera that just had that beautiful single. Now, Ben Severance was standing there.
Who's 2 for 2, but we're going to have a pitching change, I believe, because this young man only had 20 pitches left that he could throw.
So one out here, the top of the third. It's 15-0 South Nashville, and another pitching change for Tullahoma coming. We'll take a 60-second break and come right back to the Little League Baseball State Tournament right here in our hometown of Jackson, Tennessee. On Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
West Tennessee, $1 is worth more than you think. At least it is on Thursdays with the Jackson Generals. Tickets, hot dogs, popcorn, and 12-ounce soda and beer are all just $1 each. There are only a few dollar nights left this season. July 23rd, August 6th, August 13th, and August 20th. You can also get your dollar night tickets presented by State Farm agent Wes Harris in advance by calling 988-5299 or going online to jacksongeneralsbaseball.com.
The Moore Studio has been a West Tennessee tradition for over 100 years, and we're still going strong, offering all kinds of professional photography, specializing in portrait and event photography. We feature studio and outdoor portraits and cover events like weddings, class reunions, and other celebrations. Our unique outdoor Liberty Street Gardens affords many opportunities for beautiful portrait settings in the heart of downtown Jackson. In addition, we are experienced in commercial and website photography. 427-1296.
15-0 South Nashville here in the top of the third inning. Dan Reeves, along with Coach Joe Holloway, Seabass, producing and directing. At the plate for South Nashville, with one gone and a runner on first base, is the man that's had a great game, like so many, Ben Severance, the shortstop for South Nashville. Coach, we got a new pitcher for Tullahoma.
Caleb Holloway, the shortstop. Zevic on short now.
First pitch gets away from the catcher, and there goes Herrera. He'll go down to second base, so another man in scoring position for South Nashville. Still only one out. And the third, it's 15-0 South Nashville. Our team from Madison County coming up next. Madison Central American will take on Clarksville. Here's the 1-0. Swing, line, left field line, twisting, foul. That'll even account a ball and a strike.
And that one got pushed into foul territory by the wind, and that could be a real white knuckler. Both teams very good, and of course Madison Central had that tight 3-2 game the other night with Lexington for the championship.
Watch this game at .5digital.com. The 1-1 fouled off down the left field line. It's 1-2.
And those of you with iPhones, you can get it that way, or the actually it's the 101.5 app, which I listen to when I could sneak it into the sessions at Point Guard College.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that W, just go to, with your iPhone, log on to, or go to the iTunes store and type in WNWSFM. It's a free app. 1-2 line, left center field. This ball is gone. Boy, that was a line shot that got out of here by Ben Severance. A 2-run home run. That's another hammer time shot by Brassfield Construction. And, Coach, it's 16-0. Wow.
Well, I tell you what, and he's hitting them like Ken Brassfield. You know, Ken was a great outfielder at Oklahoma State.
I didn't know that.
Yes, he was. And he could hit them a mile, too, and that one went a mile. It's like Lanik is coming up to bat.
Yeah, it's Mitch Lanik will be the next hitter here. Be his first at bat of the ball game. South Nashville is managed by Chris Mercado, assisted by Judd Granzo and Grant Martin. Don't have the coaches' names here for Tullahoma. So Lanik, his first at bat, the right-handed hitting Lanik. First pitch, inside, ball one.
Dan, I believe Jeremy, or Jeremy, I have to look, Dameron is the manager or head coach. Jeremy Dameron for Tullahoma. Do not know the assistants. And, of course, you know, Worth baseball bats used to be made in Tullahoma,
That's
Tennessee.
right. 3-0 now, Atlantic. No longer?
I don't know if they're still there. I know the Aerospace Center's there, you know, with the wind tunnel.
That's a lot of fun. Here's the 3-0. Oh, inside hit him. So Lanik, he earns first the hard whack. Takes one off the shoulder. He's on first base. So runners on the corners again here for South Nashville. Top three. And it's 17-0. Christopher Rooney will bat. He came in a pinch run last inning, so his first at bat of the game. Hitting from the right side. $17-0. South Nashville leading Tullahoma. First pitch to Rooney, and the dirt gets away, and there goes Lanik. He'll take second base. Seems like South Nashville, every time you turn around, they have a runner in scoring position, Coach.
They do. They run aggressively, and Tullahoma's had to go through a lot of pitchers because of the pitch count rule. It's a good rule, but then again, it hurts you sometimes defensively.
1-0. Here's the pitch. Bouncy ball out in front of the mound. Fielded cleanly over to first base, round number one. Or make that out number two. To snap throw to third. Lanik took third on that throw to first. Atlantic is back. But Rooney's retired, so two down. At the top of the third. And here comes the dangerous Easton Snyder. He's the leadoff batter for South Nashville.
And it's that pitch count I was talking about, a good rule. It protects young arms because Walter Buehler just signed $1 million or so contract with the Dodgers. He's got to have Tommy John surgery.
Yep. First pitch gets away, but Rooney decides not to risk it. He'll stay on third base. Two out, top the third inning, 17-0. South Nashville leading Tullahoma. Our Madison County team going to play next here. Look at Jerry in the house. You going to be behind home plate next game? The 1-0 is fouled back. It's 1-1, and I appreciate that. Needed it. I didn't know you were so easily pushed around. Let me have your wallet. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. It's outside, ball 2.
Well, I like those white apples they're playing with. You know, when I was a kid growing up, we had those dirty cut-up baseballs.
Yeah.
Socks made into baseballs with duct tape and everything else wrapped around it.
Doesn't seem fair, Coach. Here's the 2-1. Popped him up. First base line. First baseman drifts over and puts it away for out number 3. So, finally, South Nashville retired. We'll move to the bottom of the third inning. It's 17-0. South Nashville over Tullahoma. On Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Dr. Howerton at Patient-Centered Physicians Care is committed to unhurried, compassionate, and affordable health care. She dedicates at least 30 minutes to each visit. You have time to talk about your concerns and needs, and you can afford this type of health care. It costs less than a cup of coffee per day. Together, you and Dr. Howerton determine how to meet your health care goals. Call 731-215-2888 or visit pc3md.com to learn more about this type of personalized and affordable health care.
The first thing people notice when they pull up to your home or business is what it looks like on the outside. How the grass looks. Is it pleasing to the eye? Boykins Mowing and Landscape has been keeping their customers satisfied for over a decade. Licensed and bonded, Boykins can improve the health and quality of your lawn today. From mowing and weed control to mulching and stump grinding, Boykins does it all. Call Boykins Mowing and Landscaping at 394-7249 and let them set you up on a plan that works for you. Boykins, the only name you need to know in lawn care.
So you've cut back on everything from lattes to lunches, but if you're still coming up short at the end of the month, try this. Give State Farm agent downtown Alan Brown in Jackson a call for a free discount double check. He'll show you how something as simple as combining car and home policies could save you hundreds of dollars a year, because being there to help keep more of your money in your pocket is why Alan is here. Call 300-4444 or visit downtownalanbrown.com today.
Back with you here at the Little League State Tournament in Jackson, Tennessee. Dan Reeves, Coach Joe Holloway. As we move to the bottom of the third inning, it's all South Nashville, 17-0, Coach.
It is, and they have a lot of hits, 17 runs, and they've had, matter of fact, the least hits they've had in an inning was last inning. They had 6, and only 4 last inning, so a total of 16 hits.
So we got a new pitcher for South Nashville as the young man Mitch Lanick will take over on the mound, but what a job by Dawson Conder, who tossed a no-hits game through 2 innings, only allowed 1 base runner, Coach.
That's right. He had 4 strikeouts in that time.
First pitch, and the dirt, ball 1.
And Dan, that back behind us, Keith, the district administrator or director, and I forgot now what they call it. In old days, it was director, but I think Keith will probably tell us it's administrator now instead of director.
1 ball and no strikes. The 1-0 is outside, ball 2. On Ben Daniels, the young man from Tullahoma. And we got some Little League royalty joining us here on the broadcast. Now tell us your name and your position, sir.
Okay, my name's Keith Wish, and I'm the district administrator for District 1 in West Tennessee. And I'm over the tournament, and we're so proud to be here, and we're so proud for you all to be here and be able to stream this live for our players and the families all across the state.
Well, Keith, have you got a look at it here? Here's take a look at those screens over there. Here's a 2-1. It's a swing and a miss, 2-2. Isn't that awesome?
That's awesome. You know, I appreciate you all doing this. The first time in the history of Little League that we've had this here, and I'm so proud and just thankful for 101.5 for doing this for us.
Well, it's our pleasure. We enjoy doing it. I'll tell you the story, Keith, in just a moment. Here's the 2-2 offering. Swing and a miss, struck him out. As Daniels goes down on strikes. 1 gone here in the bottom of the third inning. It's South Nashville 17 at Tullahoma. Nothing right now. And Keith, this South Nashville team is kind of the traveling rock show for our state right now with back-to-back trips to the World Series. They are awfully good.
Yeah, I was up to World Series last year and had a chance to watch them, and they're awesome. They're the cream of the crop. But I think our local hometown boys in Jackson, when we meet them, I think we'll do good against them.
I think so. They're really good.
We got good pitching, and we just got to have the good timely hitting.
Yep.
Jacob Danlin at the plate. 1-1 on Jacob.
Keith, now this South Nashville team, didn't they beat a Goodlettsville team that some people thought was supposed to be the team to beat?
Yeah, it was Goodlettsville and South Nashville always for years, and they battled. And Goodlettsville had them up for a couple of years, and now South Nashville has moved up. So it should be a heck of a games throughout this tournament.
1-1 pitch is outside. 2 balls and a strike.
You know, I'm so glad that Little League Baseball is back in Jackson. You know, we lost Jackson here for a while, and but I'm proud. Thank Shane Cisco and everybody from Jackson, coming back to Little League, because I truly believe it's the best sports youth entertainment organization in the world.
I agree. 2-1 was fouled off. It's 2-2. When Shane called me, he said, "We're bringing Little League Baseball back to Jackson. Will you help us promote it?" I said, "Love to." I said, let me think about what would be the best way to do it. The 2-2, swing and a miss. And down goes Dan. So 2 gone here in the bottom of the third inning for Tullahoma. That'll bring up leadoff man William Zebick to the plate with 2 down and nobody on base. And so I thought, well, the best way we could promote it is to do what we do. Put it on the radio, put it on .5 digital. So Shane said, I'd love to. And I thought, man, I wish Shane done that. We got to do these Little League games. And we have had so much fun doing Little League baseball from the very first game. I'm telling you, haven't we, Coach? It's
we
awesome.
have. And the response you get when you go out in the community, hey, we heard y'all, we saw those teams, they like the product, and we've got a good product here. And I'm just glad to see us renew the history. I got a little bit of the history here in front of me of the Jackson Little League.
Yeah, and I'm so proud and thankful that you all came for our district tournament. It just wasn't the big stage. You know, we got our local leagues around. You had a bunch of Arlington, Lexington. You had Madison.
Yeah.
You know, and it was great.
What a finish, that 3-2 game.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Great game.
What a great game. What a great game.
1-1 on Zebic. The 1-1 is downstairs. It's 2-1. But Keith, we did a game of the week all year long with a local Little League. Then we did the districts and now the state tournaments. And it's just been an absolute pleasure. 2-1 is outside. It's 3-1. And like Coach said, we were doing one game and we were getting messages from Louisville, Kentucky, and from Anchorage, Alaska.
Wow.
They had and it's a walk here by Zebic, heads to first base. It'll bring up Caleb Holloway, who's pitching now for Tullahoma. But so we had an uncle watching in Louisville and a cousin watching in Anchorage, Alaska, who's in the Army. And his entire troop was watching on point5digital.com. And it just worked out beautifully because the young man, the nephew and the cousin hadn't played well, but he gets up there late in the game and hits a bases clearing triple. And they all got to watch it. That was awesome.
Yeah, that's great. And we're ahead of, and you all are ahead of our time. You know, there's nobody else, I think, within the state of Tennessee that is doing this, and I hope they'll follow. And we sure appreciate you all being here and doing this for the players. One thing I want to mention, I want to thank Don Jordan. He was a long-time Little League coach for Madison, and he was out there last night at the Jackson Generals opening ceremonies, and that was wonderful too.
40 years
40
of coaching.
years, yeah.
He coached Kelly Foods in the regular
Kelly
season
Foods
and All-Stars several times.
And if you want to talk about Little League Baseball, Don Jordan is a middle name of Little League Baseball.
Yeah, our 1-2 pitch, curveball, swing and a miss. And the ball hit the dirt, so Rooney has to throw him out at first base. So we move on to the fourth inning. South Nashville 17 and Tullahoma nothing. And Keith, I'm getting messages here from our production unit back at News Talk Florida headquarters. It says we have a massive amount of traffic watching the game online from the Nashville area, which makes a lot of sense. So all you folks up in Nashville supporting South Nashville, great to have you with us here at point5digital.com. We're a radio station out of Jackson, Tennessee, 101.5 FM. You can listen to us online at point5digital.com. We stream all of our shows. We're talk radio and sports. And you can also watch the game at point5digital.com. Just scroll down to the bottom of the page. You'll see sports and click on Little League Baseball. But Keith, yes, Little League Baseball, I played it, Coach played it, and last night my Little League coach, I ran into him at the amphitheater downtown Jackson. Tommy Harden, I'll never forget him. He was a great Little League coach. And these guys, I told him last night, I said, you know, I thought that you didn't have a job or a family, that your entire job was to coach our Little League team. And so when you get a little bit older, you really appreciate what Little League coaches do.
Oh, yeah, it's all volunteer, and they spend, hours and hours just not taking care if they would have a son, but other players, and they almost take them in as sons because they're there, for 4 or 5 months together, working hard. But the big thing is they make the players better, and I think it's all about, respect and loyalty, and I think Little League brings that all to the game.
It does, and these guys are really good at what they do. They play because they love the game. The coaches coach because they love the kids. It's just a beautiful thing, and Little League Baseball is, Keith, I believe it's on its way back. I know travel ball kind of came in, but man, Little League Baseball, you just can't beat it.
Well, I think we finally got it where travel baseball and Little League Baseball can work together.
Can coexist.
And we can exist together, and we can work on schedules, and that brings everybody, the best of the best, together, and we're so appreciative of everybody working together.
Now, Keith, tell me one more time your last name. I apologize.
Wish, W-I-S-H.
How could I forget that?
Yeah, thank you.
And can you hang with us one more half inning?
Sure.
And if you've got any information you want to get out there, you just make sure that we get it in, okay?
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
will.
and
Be
wouldn't hurt to
honored
tell people how to start a little league team in your city or league, actually.
Well, the way we're set up, we have district administrators throughout the state of Tennessee, and we have 8 districts. And all you'll need to do is either go on the Little League website, or you'll be able to get a district administrator, or call the region, or you can call me. Phone number 731-614-9871, and I'll get you to the right people to be able to open a charter. And we'll talk about the advantages of Little League Baseball and why we think it's the best program around.
Cade Granzo leading off for South Nashville. And right now, if Tullahoma can't get something done at the bottom of this inning, Coach, we won't move past the 4th. It's 17-0. These young men from Tullahoma playing hard. There's a bouncing ball to shortstop. Fielded cleanly over to first base for out number 1. Beautiful play by the shortstop from Tullahoma, making that play, throwing him out. Caleb Holloway.
Well, they've actually moved. Holloway's on the mound, or was on the mound, or he's still there. That's Zebig, and 6-3 on the putout. 2 for 4 for the day on Granzo. He had his first 2 times hits. He's grounded out shortstop the last 2.
That'll bring up Cade Reynolds. He's also gone yard today. First pitch on that outside corner, called strike 1.
He's 3 for 3, 2 home runs the first time up. He's had 4 RBIs on the day.
Wow. That's all he's done.
Yeah.
And it's not even noon yet. Here's the 0-1. Hammered foul out of play down the left field line. It's 0-2. Boy, I tell you learn so much more than just how to play baseball in Little League. Don't you? Teamwork. It all starts in Little League, really.
It sure does. That's where the grassroots starts, and you learn to respect and how to respect the game. And like I said, we got so many great volunteers that offer their time, and that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. And also, we've got a 5- and 6-year-old Little League tournament going on today. We start a little young, 5 and 6, and we go 7 and 8s, 9s and 10s, all the way up to 18-year-olds. But we've got a tournament going on today at the park, so if everybody would like to come out and watch that, that's a great tournament we got going.
1-2 to swing and a miss. Reynolds goes down on strikes. So 1 gone here in the 4th inning. I make it 2 gone. And this brings up the young man who pitched a fantastic baseball game today, Dawson Condor. Didn't give up a hit while he was on the mound. The right-handed hitting Condor stands in there. First pitch, fouls it back out of play. It's 0-1. And Keith, your phone number is at 731 area code, correct?
Yes.
731-614-9871. If you want any information about volunteering or starting a league, call Keith.
Yeah, I'll get you the correct district administrator, and they can set you up to your. And we also have softball. So if you're looking at a softball charter, you can go ahead and do both of them. So we got it all for you.
1 ball, 1 strike on Dawson Condor for South Nashville. 2 gone in the bottom of the 4th. They make it the top. Here's a line drive right field. Coming hard is the right fielder to put it away, and a beautiful job there for out number 3. So we move on to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's all South Nashville, 17-0 over Tullahoma on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Since 1991, Bobby Green of Old Country Auto Sales has gained a reputation of supplying the area with a large assortment of late-model pre-owned vehicles. Combined with the utmost in integrity, that's a rare combination. Bobby sold my high school graduate's first vehicle. 12 years later, my son's come back to Jackson with his family, and he's still driving that vehicle from Old Country Auto. We don't want to be the biggest, we just want to be the best. Old Country Auto, on the corner of Airways and the 45 bypass, or online at oldcountryauto.com.
Birthday parties with the Jackson Generals are a home run. Each party includes pizza, drinks, cake, baseball, monkey bars, fun zone inflatables, and on Saturdays, fireworks. And just when you're ready to pick up and leave, remember that we handle all the cleaning up. At only $12 per child, get peace of mind and more info by calling 988-5299. That's 988-5299 or going online to jacksongeneralsbaseball.com.
Discover the freedom of clear vision. The LASIK Center of Jackson wants you to see how easy and affordable it is to change your perspective on life with laser vision correction. If you dealt with poor vision for too long, life can be simple again. Dr. David Underwood has helped thousands of people improve their vision and their lives with LASIK. Let the LASIK Center of Jackson show you the way to clear vision. So what are you waiting for? Call the LASIK Center of Jackson and schedule your free consultation. Call 731-668-0064 or visit us online at LASIKofJackson.com.
Back with you here at the Tennessee Little League State Tournaments in Jackson, Tennessee. Dan Reeves is my name with Coach Joe Holloway. Paul Schultz and Lawson Mann on the Point 5 Digital side, where you can watch this game at point5digital.com. And you folks watching in Nashville, send us some feedback here. You can text us live on the air, our Robinson Toyota text line. Text us at 731-277-5155. Let us know what you think of the coverage. 731-277-5155. That's our Robinson Toyota text line. We'll read your text right on the air here at 731-277-5155. And please, I'm very sensitive, so if you're critical, I may not read it.
Donovan Pearson pinch hitting here, wearing number 1, Dan for Tullahoma.
Seabass is our executive producer. The 1-1 fouled back to the screen. It's 1-2. The young man at the plate for Tullahoma, coach, is number 1. This is his first. Is that Donovan Pearson?
Yes, Donovan Pearson, his first at bat.
Here's the 1-2. It's downstairs, 2-2. He's trying to have that great Marco's pizza and talk at the same time. It's risky, but it's worth the risk.
It is worth it.
Here's the 2-2 from Granzo. Hammered on the ground to second base. Fielded cleanly over to first for out number 1. A nice play by the second baseman, Easton Snyder, for South Nashville. So he's solid.
He really is. Does a good job. Got down fundamentally sound. That's the way you field a ground ball.
That brings up Nolan Blackburn, the big right-hander. The Jackson Generals sponsoring this coverage of Little League Baseball State Tournament. The Jackson Generals are a AA baseball team right here in Jackson, Tennessee. Seattle Mariners affiliates. And boy, we got a 7-game homestand cranked up. I believe Monday, Coach.
I believe that's right. I'll check my schedule. Looking forward to the Generals getting home. I think that's the longest one here in the second half of the season, isn't it?
I think so, Coach. It seems like they have been gone for 2 months. The Jackson Generals, get your tickets now. Next week, a big week. We'll run down all that's happening at the ballpark at Jackson with the Jackson Generals. But get your tickets at 988-5299. By Sky Zone, indoor trampoline park. It's 2-1 here on Blackburn. 2 1s outside, 3-1. But Sky Zone, indoor trampoline park, right out there in the Parkstone area. Hardy, Martin, Donahoe, Owens, and Wright. Premier law firm here in Jackson and West Tennessee. Hardy, Martin, Donahoe, Owens, and Wright. By Old Country Auto, Bobby Green's Old Country Auto. Patient-centered physician's care, Peggy Gray's Real Estate. By the Hughes Eye Center, Dr. Matt Hughes on the Hughes Eye Center side. And Dr. Underwood on the LASIK Center side. 1 location on Stonebridge in Jackson, plus 8 clinics across West Tennessee. So 1 gone, man on first base. And for Tullahoma, that brings up Jacob Weeks. He's done a little bit of everything today, Coach, hasn't he?
He's pitched, played third. He's 0 for 1 today. Hit the ball solidly, but grounded out.
Here's 1-0. Upstairs, 2-0. And a young man pitching for South Nashville is another guy that's done a lot today, Cade Granzo on the mound. 2-0 on Weeks. Out of the wide, on Coles, and the 2-0 in the dirt, it's 3-0. Three balls and no strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the 4th inning. 3-0 is right down the pipe with the fastball. It's 3-1. Now, the rule is it's a 10-run rule.
10 after 4. So they've got to have 9 runs, they being Tullahoma.
3-1. Call strike 2. Runs the count full on Weeks. South Nashville, the traveling rock show of Little League Baseball in Tennessee. Here's the payoff. right down the middle. Call strike 3, so Weeks goes down. 2 are gone in the bottom of the 4th. And that's going to bring up William Luna, or Will Luna. Will Luna will bat. It's his first at bat of the game. So Will's going to get a chance here at the Little League State Tournaments. Beautiful scene here, and you folks in South Nashville that didn't make it down today. This is a beautiful park here in Jackson, Tennessee. Pewborn Park. Got some text coming in from Nashville. It's Robinson Toyota text line at 277-5155, 731-217. Let me start that over. 731-277-5155. You want to text us? This one says, love the coverage. Big sister watching little brother Dawson Condor from South Nashville all the way in New York City.
I wonder if Big Sister taught him that fastball. I'm just
Boy,
teasing.
you know
He's
what?
got one.
He is awesome.
Yes,
Our
he
friends
is.
in Tullahoma check it in. Thanks for the broadcast. Enjoying the game from Tullahoma. Jason C. sends that over. Thank you, Jason.
Thank you,
It's
Jason.
a pleasure to bring it to you.
Some good folks there in Tullahoma.
Yeah. I had a great aunt live there. Beautiful part of the country. The 0-2 is swinging a miss. And down goes Luna, and I do believe that's the ball game, Coach.
It is. For the folks in Tullahoma, remember our good friend Dan Bland and Joe Gaddis both coached football there in Tullahoma.
That's right. So the final score, South Nashville 17 and Tullahoma nothing. We'll come right back with the totals and highlights with Coach Joe Holloway. 17-0, South Nashville wins and advances on here in the Little League State Tournament. It's double elimination, though, so Tullahoma is still alive in this state tournament. 17-0, the finals. South Nashville wins it over Tullahoma on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
You get sick, you go to the doctor. Makes sense. But how about staying healthy so you don't become ill? Preventagenics is the new approach to healthcare in West Tennessee. Don't become a statistic. Every 33 seconds, someone in the U.S. dies from cardiovascular disease. Preventagenics is committed to providing the most up-to-date technologies to prevent heart attacks and strokes. In the next year, more than 920,000 of your fellow Americans will have a heart attack, and nearly half of them will occur without prior symptoms or warning signs. That's scary stuff. No warning, no symptoms. But the reality is that heart disease is the #1 cause of death for both men and women. And if you survive, one major cardiovascular disease event can cost up to $1 million per patient. See Jeff Young at Preventagenics, located at 162 Murray Guard Drive, or call 731-300-0044. Preventagenics offers the next generation in heart attack and stroke prevention, general health, wellness, weight loss, diabetes management, as well as primary care services. See Jeff Young at Preventagenics, keeping you young at heart.
What a great feeling to come home and find that Green Scene Landscape Company has your lawn perfectly cut and the landscape's been freshly trimmed and mulched. Green Scene Landscape Company will make your landscape beautiful, which according to research can add up to 42% of homes' values. Green Scene Landscaping has a 5-star rating and is fully licensed and insured. They specialize in both residential and commercial lawn maintenance, irrigation, lighting, and outdoor kitchens and patios. Green Scene Landscaping Company, 267-2520.
Dr. Howerton at Patient-Centered Physicians Care is committed to unhurried, compassionate, and affordable health care. She dedicates at least 30 minutes to each visit. You have time to talk about your concerns and needs, and you can afford this type of health care. It costs less than a cup of coffee per day. Together, you and Dr. Howerton determine how to meet your health care goals. Call 731-215-2888 or visit pc3md.com to learn more about this type of personalized and affordable health care.
The first thing people notice when they pull up to your home or business is what it looks like on the outside. How the grass looks. Is it pleasing to the eye? Boykins Mowing and Landscape has been keeping their customers satisfied for over a decade. Licensed and bonded, Boykins can improve the health and quality of your lawn today. From mowing and weed control to mulching and stump grinding, Boykins does it all. Call Boykins Mowing and Landscaping at 394-7249 and let them set you up on a plan that works for you. Boykins, the only name you need to know in lawn care.
The University School of Jackson is a distinctive college preparatory school that seeks to instill a passion for academic excellence and lifelong learning so each student will reach his or her maximum potential. The USJ class of 2015 had 73 members and was awarded over $7 million in scholarships. USJ has an outstanding performing arts department and regularly performs in their 500-seat theater. At USJ, over 70% of our student body competes in athletics in state-of-the-art facilities. To learn more or to join the USJ family, visit usjbruins.org.
University School of Jackson, an education for a lifetime.
So you've cut back on everything from lattes to lunches, but if you're still coming up short at the end of the month, try this. Give State Farm agent downtown Alan Brown in Jackson a call for a free discount double check. He'll show you how something as simple as combining car and home policies could save you hundreds of dollars a year, because being there to help keep more of your money in your pocket is why Alan is here. Call 300-4444 or visit downtownalanbrown.com today.
Hi, this is Stephen Rich from the WD in the mall. At the WD, we specialize in every kind of accessory for your cell phone, smartphone, iPad, iPod, and more. But we don't charge the high prices the big guys do. At the WD, you get chargers for your car, home, cell phone cases, outer boxes, protective cases for your phone, iPad, iPod, plus holsters, screen protectors, and you save up to 50% or more. Come see us today at the WD in the mall, right in front of Victoria's Secret, or visit us online at WDJackson.com.
As a business owner, Mike Hines of Minuteman Press understands the importance of time-saving business forms that organize, streamline, and professionally present your business to clients. Minuteman Press has products to fit any budget. Mike offers solutions, service, and timely delivery of business forms, cards, stationery, and presentations. Contact Mike Hines of Minuteman Press to save you time and money when it comes to your business forms. Call 664-5880 or go online to jackson.minutemanpress.com.
Well, the traveling rock show when it comes to Little League Baseball in the state of Tennessee, South Nashville, knocks off a very good Tullahoma team, 17-0, to advance on in the winner's bracket. Dan Reeves, along with Coach Joe Holloway, Seabass, our executive producer, Paul Schultze, and Lawson Mann on the .5 digital side. We're getting a lot of nice comments, fellas, from watching the game on .5digital.com. So, Lawson, take a break, go get whatever you want to eat, get whatever you want. I mean, you're paying for it, so get whatever you want. But here's the final numbers with Coach Joe Holloway.
Yeah, and we'll remind everybody, this is a double elimination tournament, so Tullahoma still survives to play. They'll have to play out of the loser's bracket, but that has been done before. And for Tullahoma, we'll give their numbers. They had no runs on no hits. They did have 3 men left on base from walks. And, of course, the losing pitcher today was Will Zoe, who started the ball game for them. And for South Nashville, and that was a no-hitter, so everybody was 0 for whatever they batted, so we won't go through that individually. But for South Nashville, who won the game 17-0, they had 17 runs on 16 hits. And we'll go through this kind of quickly. Easton Snyder was 2 for 4. He scored twice. Cade Granzo was 2 for 4, a home run and a single, scoring twice. Cade Reynolds, who started the game at catcher, had 2 home runs to open up. He had a single. He was 3 for 4 and scored 3 times. Dawson Connor was 2 for 4, scoring 1 time. Joseph Waters was 1 for 2 officially. He did have a walk, and he scored once. Swanee Herrera was 1 for 3, scoring twice today. Ben Severance, the shortstop, had a couple of RBIs, a home run, and he was 3 for 3 on the day. And Taylor Montiel was 1 for 2 officially. He got hit once. He scored twice. Lanik was 0 for 0 officially as he got hit with a pitch. Dwayne Cope was 1 for 2 today with a double, and Rooney was 0 for 1 today for the 17 runs, 16 hits, and the winning pitcher was Dawson Connor. And, Dan, what an offensive performance. And now do we have to pick a player of the game?
You know, I think we just say everybody.
That was a performance.
That was a
Make
great
it a
one.
team player of the game.
Team player of the game for South Nashville. Let me read you some more. And folks, if you'd like to text us, we have a text line that we'll read right out the air. Again, if you're nice to us, because I'm very sensitive. Coach is a lot tougher than I am.
Bass and I, we can tell you.
Either, it doesn't matter. Just send us your thoughts on this coverage. You can text us on our Robinson Toyota text line at 731-277-5155. This one says, enjoying the game from Houston, Texas. Dawson Condor is our grandson. Very proud of him. And y'all do a great job of commentary. Thank you very much, and you'll be glad to know that our producer, Director Seabass, is from Deer Park, Texas, an affluent suburb, he says, of Houston. This one says, love the coverage. Big sister watching, little brother Dawson Condor from South Nashville, all the way from New York City. This one says, thanks for the broadcast. Enjoying the game from Tullahoma, Tennessee. Jason C. sends that one. Thank you all for sending those. This one says, your producer is a lazy bum. Don't you talk about
He's the brains
like
of the outfit, though.
So we'll be right back and get you set for our second game as Madison Central American from right here in Jackson, Tennessee, taking on Clarksville. So we'll take a timeout. And Paul, do we shut the streaming down for a bit? Is that what we do? So if you're watching and you're planning on watching the next game, we'll be back up on point5digital.com in just a little bit. So we'll be right back there with you so you can watch the game. And by the way, this game that you just watched will be archived. And probably starting tomorrow, you can go back and watch it at your leisure whenever you'd like to right here at point5digital.com. So we're due for a station ID. We'll take that in a 4-minute timeout and come back and get set for our next game. Madison Central American taking on Clarksville in the Tennessee Little League State Tournament live in Jackson, Tennessee in Oakfield, Pewborn Park. We'll be right back.